So you never read in the Bible where the devil is fighting on the earth. No, he's not. The devil always is fighting inside the head of the people. First time you read about the devil, he's in the form of what's called a serpent. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
In the book of Genesis. And it says that a serpent came out of a tree of the knowledge of what? Good and evil. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
And the serpent deceived Eve. Eve tricked Adam.
Right.
Both of them messed up.
Come on.
Next thing you know, God come.
Right.
They hide from God.
Come on.
They hear from something that they couldn't see if he's a spirit, but that's later on in the lecture. We'll get to that. Look at what the tree is called. It's called the tree of knowledge.
Come on.
Knowledge don't grow on no regular tree. Huh?
Come on.
You can't go to a tree and pick a banana and a Bible verse. Can you? The tree of knowledge is something that grows in the mind. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Then it says this tree of knowledge has on it good and evil. What tree do you know of that has two different types of fruits?
Come on, teach now.
You can't find no tree that got an orange here and an apple there. A mango here and a pear over there. Huh?
Come on.
Some grapes on this side. And some cherries on the other side. Each tree produces a nature, and that nature dictates one fruit. So if this is a regular tree, how has it got good and evil on it? No, it ain't a regular tree growing up out the soil of the earth. It is a tree that grows out of the mind of a person. The serpent is an idea. The Eve is the female version of your mind, called your subconscious. And the Adam is your conscious mind. So the Garden of Eden is not over there 9,000 miles away by the Nile River where the Euphrates and all that stuff is happening. The real Garden of Eden is inside your head. When you went to school the first time you went, they called it kindergarten. German for kind of a garden. Why? Because your mind is a kind of a garden. Your mind is the real Garden of Eden. Adam is your conscious mind. Eve is your subconscious mind. And the serpent moving in there is the false ideas and false beliefs. The lies and the technology put in your head by your open enemy. So the devil in Genesis is fighting you where? In the mind. We've been lying to our babies all their life. Then whenever they get old, they don't want to talk to us no more. You work all them overtimes and them double times to give your baby a so-called good Christmas. And then you give credit to some imaginary fat white man that came down the chimney on the 24th day, and he went all over the world delivering gifts, and you ain't even got a chimney in the project.
Look at that.
Am I telling the truth? Telling your baby that by way of there's some hocus pocus spooked-ified white woman called the Tooth Fairy is gonna come and put some money under the pillow. If your baby leave that little dirty, nasty, rotten tooth under the pillow, they're gonna take that little dirty, rotten, nasty tooth and leave $1 under the pillow. Stop lying to your children. Got your babies believing that when the rainbow pop out, that there's some midget white boy in a green outfit called a leprechaun down there with a pot of gold. And if they just get to the end of the rainbow, they can get rich. Stop lying to your babies like that. Got your children thinking that some little chubby white boy baby with some wings on his back running around with some special bow and arrow can shoot you in your behind and then shoot somebody else in the behind. And a woman that wasn't thinking 2 cents about you, all of a sudden, because Cupid shot her in the behind, now when next time y'all see each other, y'all got some special twinkle in your eyes, and now y'all in love, y'all made for each other. Stop lying to your babies. Stop lying to the children.
Yes, sir.
Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Well, to tell your baby that God is a spirit that don't live inside of themselves, to teach them that the Messiah, the Christ, the Son of the living God is a white man, or to teach them that they will die and go to heaven or die and go to hell underneath the ground is just as bad as telling them a Santa Claus exists, or there's a tooth fairy, or there's a Cupid or a leprechaun. A lie is a lie, and all of it works against the transmission of the human brain. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad said to us that heaven and hell were not places. They were conditions. That you can have your heaven or your hell right here now while you're on earth. You don't have to wait for a big day of judgment in the sky to either get heaven or go to hell. You live today in the day of judgment. Every decision that you make puts you either closer to heaven or closer to hell. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Good decisions bring us closer to heaven. Bad decisions bring us closer to hell. A baby's born into the world, you're in an emotional heaven. Someone that you love dies, you're in emotional hell. Am I telling the truth?
Yes, sir.
If you have the ability to memorize everything you see, you're in a mental heaven. But if you're addicted to crack cocaine, you're in a mental hell.
Yes, sir.
If you're handicapped, you could be in a physical hell. But if you have full athletic ability, you can be in a physical heaven. Heaven and hell are not places. They are conditions of life. You've been knowing it before Reverend messed you up. You've been knowing it before the theological seminary messed him up. They've been knowing it before the slave master messed them up. And the slave master knew it before Yaqub taught him. You've been knowing it by nature. The heat ain't on in your house and it's 12 outside, you cold as hell.
Come on now. Come on now.
Huh?
Come on now.
No air conditioning, you hot as hell.
Come on now.
Am I telling the truth? No money in your pocket, you broke as hell. Huh? You think you're going to die and go somewhere else, you crazy as hell. You better let your mind travel at 24 billion miles per second in a positive direction and attract that which is good and right unto yourself and repel that which is evil and wrong and watch God. Not in space, but God in you. Allow you the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding to set yourself in heaven at once.